Hello YouTube, this is Bash, bringing you here for, I believe it is, was it I believe it is week 8, if I remember correctly. Let me just check real quick before I make that assumption, but we are playing OP Jellicent this week. Big fan of him. He puts up really good content with the showdown laddering stuff, as well as his own leagues with I believe this one and the IPBA I believe he's in as well. So definitely check him out. I'll put his link in the description as well. So I believe this is week 8. His team consists of Kieran Black, Azelf, Entei, Fortress, Jolteon, Weezing, Mega Dante, Torn T, Diggersby, Virizion, and Leone, with offensive Z captains being Azelf and Torn T, and overall Z captain being Kieran Black. My team consists of Zeraora, Necrozma, Bisharp, Roserade, Silvally, Alolan, Exeggutor, Megalopony, Darmanitan, Hoopla, Unbound, Comfey, and Swampert, with offensive Z users being Zeraora and Necrozma, and overall Z users being Hoopla and Bound. So let's go into the team what I'm bringing this week. But I'll talk a little bit about his team. His team is absolutely terrifying. He's got insane wall breakers in Kieran Black, Entei, Mega Dante, Diggersby, and Z Torn kind of thing. That's very terrifying alone, as well as Azelf as a glass cannon, but it breaks really hard too. So his team is very difficult to switch into, so I'm thinking this game is going to be a really quick game, because he doesn't switch into my mons well either. So it's just going to be all-out offense, I feel like, this game coming into it when I came to this prep. So keeping that in mind, I'm going to try to build a team that's more centered around that or anything. So I'm going to go into the team I'm bringing. First off, we got Zeraora here, Godspeed with Life Orb, Plasma Fist, Close Combat, Fire Punch, Knockoff. His team does not switch into Zeraora well at all. Weezing's probably his best switch into it, I'm thinking. Yeah, pretty much that's probably his best switch in, which is easily worn down, so it's not that big of a deal. Since its only reliable recovery is basically Pain Split, and that's not really that reliable. The only thing I'd be worried about with this set is Scarfers, because Scarfers will outspeed this. So maybe a Scarf Azelf or a Scarf Entei kind of thing. Maybe like a Scarf Diggersby, probably. So that's something to note. But that's what we're leading off with. This thing puts in a lot of work, and it kills almost everything. Like, it kills something when it comes in, pretty much. So that's the goal with this Zeraora set. Now we got Megalopony here with Fake Out Return, High Jump Kick, Fire Punch. Fire Punch is for the Leone and Fortress. The goal is to stop Sticky Webs from going up with this as well as the fact that this thing could hit his team extremely hard as well. His Psychic type is not a good switch into this. Usually Psychic types are good switch-ins to Megalopony, but they're really not in this situation, with Azelf being super frail. As I said before, Weezing is pretty much his best switch into this, I would say. Yeah, pretty much. He gets really badly beaten by Megalopony. So now we have Romeo here, the Roserade, Toxic Spikes, Giga Drain, Stun Spore, and Hidden Power Fire. So what this thing is supposed to do is set up a T-Spike. As you can see, he has no way to absorb T-Spikes, and Fortress is his way to get rid of it. T-Spikes, pretty much, and I guess Torn, but I'm expecting more Fortress to be the Rapid Spinner. And Fortress, that's why I have Hidden Power Fire in here. Hidden Power Fire is to deal with the Fortress as well. Stun Spore is to catch Kieran Black or the Torn T on the switch-in. If I'm able to neuter those with Stun Spore, it could be really helpful for the rest of my team. Especially if I could take out, in case they're like Scarfers or something like that. Giga Drain is for the Mega Dante as well as Diggersby and all those. So, and Iapa Berry is to get us back up to high health after taking a hit. So next we have Darm. Darm is Choice Scarf. It was pretty obvious coming to the match it had to be Scarf because of the fact that I needed the stat speed Scarf Diggersby. I put a lot. I sped crap, I believe, Scarf Diggersby, I think, with this. So like if you Scarf Entei, Scarf Kieran Black, all those, he can still outspeed me, so that's something to note. But I have U-turn, Fire Blitz, Earthquake, and Fire Punch. Fire Blitz and Earthquake hit his entire team extremely hard. That's the only 2 coverage moves I really need, to be honest. And then so Fire Punch is also there, so I don't have to take recoil damage from it. Fire Blitz all the time, so yeah, that's what we got here. And then we got Necrozma here, who is my wing con in this match. Moonlight, Calm Mind, Iron Defense, Stored Power. The only thing I would say about this is that I haven't really used this kind of Necrozma set well at all. Had it in a different league that didn't upload and didn't really work out so well. So we'll see how it goes with this. But hopefully it does. If not, it's fine. It's probably my best switch into a bunch of things anyway. So, and then we got Prometheus here, Parting Shot, Defog, Multi-Attack, Surf. This Surf is here to hit neutral, at least Fortress doesn't have that much special defense, so I want to Surf because Multi-Attack can hit pretty much a lot of his mons except for Fortress, Wheezing, and like Mega Nancy, and I guess Diggersby as well. So in that case, Surf is able to hit Diggersby. Torn T, Torn T gets hits Mega Diancie. Surf can hit Wheezing decently if he's definitely physically defensive instead. And Fortress as well if he's physically defensive as well. So that's the team we're going with. Let's get into the match real quick. So here we are. He ends up bringing the Kieran Black, the Mega Diancie, the Entei, Torn T, Diggersby, and Fortress. Surprised not to see Wheezing, but I think the way he built it, it probably didn't do that well in this match anyway. The way he, by the looks of his team matchup. Right off the bat, thoughts: Entei's probably banded. Torn's probably Z. Diggersby's Scarf. Fortress is probably counter Oka because he loves counter Oka Fortress. I do not know about Kieran Black. Kieran Black could be Z instead of Torn, but I'm thinking Torn T is probably a better Z in this case. Kieran Black, I'm not really sure about what he will be coming into this because, but of course it's a Kieran Black, so it's always terrifying. Mega Diancie, probably a more offensive set kind of thing. I don't think he's going to be defensive, so I think this is just going to be an all-out attack with just like Fortress as his wall, and Crossbow / Savali might be my kind of like checks, I guess, like my switch-ins. So this is really, or I guess Rosary a little bit too, but this is going to be an all-out attacking offense kind of thing. So I believe I lead with Darmanitan? I think I lead with Darmanitan. Yeah, I lead with Darmanitan. It was a pretty nice lead anyway. And I believe he leads with his Fortress. So knowing the counter is probably going to come out, he's sturdy probably with Akaberry anyway. So I'm just going to go for the U-turn. And I believe I go into the Roserade. Yeah, Roserade's pretty nice against this. He goes for counter, doesn't do anything. I'm going to set my T-Spike now. Might as well. He might try to set rocks up against me because that's not that bad against me. So I'm just going to set up T-Spike against him. He brings in Torn T. Could have went for the Stun Spore, but I think T-Spikes were better in the long run. It could stop the Kieran Black, or it could wear us down some of the things and put things in range of Megalopin and Zero or Darm too. So I'm going to switch out into Savali Rock as he pulls out the Z move, meaning that he's not Z Kieran Black, which is absolutely amazing because Z Kieran Black is always scary. But it's Supersonic Sky Strike, and I believe I go for the Parting Shot here. As I'm gonna try to grab momentum on here. As he goes into Fortress, I believe I go for the Parting Shot. Yep, I go into Parting Shot. I could head out right back out into Rose right now. And I could go for a Hidden Power Fire, but I'm gonna predict the switch into Torn T or Kieran Black now. I'm gonna go for the Stun Spore, which is fine. He gets rocks up. Alright, that's fine. That's not the worst thing in the world. I'm gonna go for the Hidden Power Fire. Popped the Aquaberry, which I knew was coming, and he's gonna get paralyzed, which I'm sorry about that. I don't know which move you went for. He went for Rapid Spin, that kind of sucked. But I would have I probably would have just spammed T-Spike until you got, to be honest, I probably would have spammed T-Spike until you got, until Fortress couldn't do anything anymore. Like, it got paralyzed in it. So that's kind of what the thought process is anyway. If he went for attack, that's kind of, I feel bad for him. But it's not going to do too much because of the minus attack. But still, the pairs always suck in this. But I'm going to fire for another Hidden Power, take out Fortress. I believe he goes into Diggersby here. Yeah, he goes into Diggersby. I wanted to check if this is Choice Scarf. kind of thing. I could have switched into Necrozma, but at this point, Necrozma is my best switch into Kieran Black anyway, so I don't really know if that was the best decision, but I'm going to stay in here. I believe I go for the Giga Drain. He reveals to be Scarf, and he takes me out with Earthquake. That's fine. And that means I could just go into Darm, and I'm gonna just click Flare Blitz. This thing is annoying. I want to get rid of this. Scarf is annoying. I'm just gonna take this out. Crit does not matter. This thing is Darmanitan's so good, powerful. It's not gonna matter. Diggersby is not gonna take that hit. I believe he goes out into Entei here. Yeah, he gets poison damage now. I can go out to my Silvally. That's a pretty safe switch into this. That's kind of my switch in here. I believe he, at this point, he shows that he actually is banded. He's actually going to take me out because of that, because he's banded. The burn didn't matter, he's going to take me out anyway. But shows he's banded. That means that I could actually go into Megalopony, and I can fire off a HJK and take it out. Pretty much take him out from here, kind of thing. So that's something good to know. Torn also can't take a high jump kick into return anyway, so that's what I'm going to go for. I'm going to click the HJK, bring this down 42%. That's not going to take a return, so this is pretty much a dead Torn. Megalopony is picking up another kill here. Whew. So he goes out to Kieran Black. Now, Kieran Black does not want to take an HJK, but this is almost screaming Scarf to me at the same time. But I don't have a good switch in right now to Kieran Black. Darmanitan probably should not have saved it here. I probably could have sacked up Darmanitan. Could have went Necrozma kind of thing, which is why I kind of regret bringing that Necrozma set, but we're going to have to deal with it anyway. If he's not Scarf, that's better for me. I get all this damage off, but he is in fact Scarf, and he takes me out with Outrage. Yeah, so this is not looking too good for us. Necrozma has to come in here and try to take a hit. I'm gonna go for the Iron Defense to try to be able to take this thing 1v1. And I can now live another hit, meaning I can Moonlight up here, as it's not going to do as much to me here, as I get this 29% now. He gets confused. Now I could go for the Calm Mind here. That's kind of the goal here, I think. I go for the Calm Mind. I go for the Iron Defense again, which I should have went for the Calm Mind. That probably was a better prediction to go for the Calm Mind here. I wasn't sure if Entei was going to come in here, but I should have went for the Calm Mind right there, because you'll see why in a second, which is going to probably cost me the game here. As he's going to go for a Moonblast, does an incredible amount of damage, and I go for the Calm Mind. I have a chance to live this, I think. I'm not sure. I think I might have a chance, but I'm going to get taken out by Moonblast, and now we're in a very bad situation now, because Kieran Black pretty much takes me out here, as Darm is not going to outspeed Kieran Black, and Zero Aura is not going to outspeed Kieran Black, and Kieran Black can Oko Zero Aura. So, like, that's pretty problematic. He's going to go into Entei here, going to fire off Extreme Speed, and he's going to take me out here, so we're looking not that good here. Maybe if I had the Drain Punch on Zero Aura and I wasn't Life Orb kind of thing, maybe I could salvage this match, but because I'm Life Orb and I don't have the Drain Punch, I have Plasma Fist, and he's going to take me out with Kieran Black, and we're going to fall 1-0 to we're going to fall to OP Jellicent in a really crazy game. That was a very exciting game, honestly. I really enjoyed that. It was a very quick fire game. 23 turns. I told you in the team builder, I told you before that this was going to be a very quick match, and that's exactly what it was. Hopefully we play OP Jellicent again in the playoffs. I would love to. I would love to get some revenge on that, because that was a very close game, and it could have gone either way. If I just made that one play with Calm Mind, I could have actually brought this game back. But oh well. Nothing else I can really do about that now. So GG to OP Jellicent. Hopefully play you in playoffs. I believe next week we're playing against Derpinator, I think. So that should be a good match as well. We do fall to, I believe, 5-3 now, but we're still in a pretty good playoffs spot for playoffs position kind of way. I believe we are. Let me just check before I make any assumptions kind of thing. believe we are in fourth right now, I think, based off the standings. But it's a very tight kind of thing. Like the people out of playoffs are just one game behind us, so we gotta start pulling out some dubs in order to make sure we clinch this playoff spot before. So we at least make it playoffs, because I think with this team, I know I switched some things up to have more fun. Not really the best for the team, but it was more to have fun with it, I guess, with those transactions and spice it up. But of course, though, always the goal is to make playoffs. So thank you so much all for watching. Until next time, Bash out.